Hey, what is up, squad? We are back with some more tier list and power ranking for Beyblade Burst. We just finished watching Beyblade Burst, and dude, that shit was peak, man. That final battle, man, oh my god, it was so fucking good, man. Like, I'm happy that we kind of got that kind of ending where Louis did win. And that means, you progress into the other seasons where he'll, Volt will probably win in the later seasons, right? And I do like that. It's just that the way he won, I just didn't like the fact that there was a goddamn, scratch mark caused by Volt's, Beyblade from launching that made him lose, which was a little bit sad. All right, but enough of that. We're going to do a character tier list and then a top 10 power ranking. Just who I think is the top 10 strongest bladers from what we've seen so far, based off season 1, right? But yeah, I'm hyped for this. If you guys want early and uncut reactions, make sure to check out the Patreon. Let's get right into it. All right, first things first. In terms of character, obviously, Volt, not my favorite character, though. I don't think it was bad. I think at the start, I found him pretty annoying. I definitely didn't enjoy him as much at the start, but the more we got on, he definitely got better. I would definitely put him at A. I think he got much better. He had his moments where I was just like, fuck, he's annoying. And then there were times where it was just so selfish, especially the one where he did the team battle, right? Where he didn't give Shu a chance to get his rematch, and then he battled Louis 5 times, bro. I really wanted Shu to battle in that team battle, man. So there was definitely those parts that definitely did annoy me, but I think he got better over time, so that's fine. So I think he's a solid A. Volt's mom, mom's a W. She gets a B, always there supporting her son. All right, Rintaro. Dude, I really wish Rintaro got more of a glow up. I feel like it's unfortunate that he did not really get much of a power boost. I'll be honest. He stayed the same from the first episode we saw him all the way till the end. The same old move with Rock the War Zone. Literally no change to his move set. There was no growth for him. Damn, that kind of fucking sucked. And I really think he could have been awesome. So honestly, I'm gonna put him at C because he just wasn't that awesome, man. Wait, I need a trash tier, by the way. Wait, let me make a trash tier, by the way. Add a row below. Yep. Oh, what the hell? Wait, delete this row. I need a trash tier for the NPC characters. All right, Kenny, bro. Kenny is a beast. I think after he left the school, I thought it was pretty cool already from the start. But then after he left the school and then he went to the new school and he was with Ben's team, right? I think that was awesome. He got even more better. And I think he deserves a solid A. I actually like Ken quite a bit. I think he got better and then he was more outspoken. And then, yeah, I just think it was cool with the Kerbeus, man. It was sick. This character, bro, these ones are trash, right? They were just NPCs. I barely remember this character. I'll be honest. Let me just get all these trash characters out of the way first. Straight up. They were so pointless. Who's this? Rideout? I think it was Kanata, Kyo, man. They were so ass. Same with this one. Okay. I think this was what? Who was it? One of the top 16, right? Captains. Okay. Let me just get those out of the way because they were so ass. All right. Daigo. Dude, I think there was a missed opportunity with Daigo. I think him going to the dark side when he got taken over and did those illegal moves, they could have made him cooler. I think they could have made him, completely fully on that side. But I do understand where Volt and the others were coming from. But I do think Daigo is pretty cool. I think he could have been way cooler though. I think it's high B though. All right, Wakia, solid A. I actually like Wakia more than Volt. I definitely think it was a little bit unlucky. I think he could have progressed more in the tournament. I do think it sucked that he didn't get a chance in the final battle, in the team battle. If you watch my reactions, I was pushing for Wakia a bit more. I do find it, okay, I find it cool that he was the one that cracked Shu's Bay, but then I kind of find it ass that it was because of that reason that Shu lost to Louis. So it was damn. But still, overall, I definitely wish he did get more of a chance against other bladers apart from Shu. I definitely there were some matchups I did want to see, Wakia versus the Supreme Four, him getting his rematch with Zach. I did want more of the Supreme Four versing each other, which unfortunately we didn't get that much of. So yeah. All right. Daigo's brother, yeah, I think he's an alright character. There's just nothing special. It's just sad, right? All right, Hoji, I think Hoji's pretty solid. I do think he's better than Rintaro, so I'll just put him there for now. Orochi. I do love Orochi. I think Orochi was cool. Like, I definitely think they could have done more with him, but I think him being like the sound guy, the DJ guy, and then listening to whenever it will burst, I think that was pretty cool. All right, Shu fucking at the top. Obviously, Shu's at the top, man. Like, it was so cool, especially with that Crutz boost, man. That Crutz boost is Louis. That shit was so gas. I do think they did him dirty, though, this season, with all the injury he got at the start, and then also his bay cracking. So I definitely think he did get done a bit dirty. Like, I feel like anytime he got into a battle, he was never at the perfect condition. Like, when I say perfect condition, I mean, like, no issues, no bay cracks, no injuries whatsoever. And I just think they kind of did him dirty a bit. Xander, definitely one of my favorites. I think I like Xander the most. I think he's my favorite character. Like, he was so cool. I still think to this day, his battle with Volt was probably the best battle, I think, in terms of, like, visuals. I think that was so fucking cool. And then him tying with Volt, bro, with the sprint boost. Dude, that shit was so gas. I think they had the best battle. All right, Yugo. I didn't really like Yugo too much. I think it was like, he was all right. But I don't think it was like D tier. Like, I think he's like C. Ukyo could have been better. I think Ukyo could have been much better. I think they made him out to be mysterious at first. Him knocking out, Volt's team at the start and stuff like that. Like the first two members, right? But then they kind of like, I don't know, man. Made him less cool. I think it was cool that it was like kind of like a shinobi and stuff like that. But yeah. Zack? Let's see. Where do we put Zack? Zack kind of grew on me. But do I like him more than the others? Probably not. I think he's definitely a high A though. I definitely didn't mind him the more we went on. It definitely was a weird one, but I think it was pretty cool later. I think of the Supreme Four though, he does feel the weakest though, in my opinion. He definitely feels the weakest. All right. Why do we have this again? Okay. Let's ignore that. Dark Daigo, bro. Dark Daigo is pretty fucking sick. Like him being influenced by his inner self. I think that was pretty cool. So I definitely wish they did more with this stuff. Maybe they'll bring him back in the future seasons. I don't know. All right. What's his name again? Gabe. Gabe is pretty solid. I think he's solid, but I don't think it was like too interesting. I definitely would have him high B. Yeah, I think it was pretty solid. I definitely wanted to see more from Gabe, like him versing maybe the others. Like, trying to think who would I want to see him verse. Maybe some of the other Supreme Fours. Definitely. Yeah. I think some of the other Supreme Fours. And Wakia, probably. I definitely would have loved to see a matchup between him and Kenny as well. All right. Quan. I think Quan was pretty goated. I quite like Quan. I liked his character. I liked his Beyblade design. I just didn't like the avatar manifestation. I think the manifestation was like a little bit meh. But I liked his character. I think it was pretty solid. Let's go next one. Ben. Dude, I love Ben. I think Ben is pretty cool. Do I like him more than Quan though? It's pretty hard to tell. I think I loved the design of his bay. I loved his manifestation. I loved his character. The yelling shit was pretty interesting. Him being like, wild and furry. Love that. All right, next one is Louis. Louis definitely up here. The question is, where do I put him? I think I think when you first get the first introduction, he's here. But then after the battles, after the season ends, I think he's here. He's third for me, I think, in terms of character. I think like Shu definitely like overtook that spot. At second, solid second. So yeah. But Louis is crazy, man. Like, oh my god. So fucking cool. 5-time champion now as well. That makes me wonder what happens next season. Like, I definitely am curious about what happens next season. Naoki, he's kind of, I don't know, man. I think it's a low D. D? Does he deserve D? Nah, I think we got quite a bit of them. I think it was smart doing like all of that manipulation stuff, that laser stuff as well. Him getting all that info out of Volt because Volt was a dumbass, giving away his pretty much his battle style and everything, right? I still to this day I think Volt's a fucking dumbass, man. Like, bro just gave away every hidden card he had, all of his secret moves, and just gave all that data to him, man. Crazy, man. All right. This Shu's opponent, I forgot his name. But I don't think it was bad. I think it was pretty solid. I think he's above Naoki and Yugo, so I'll definitely put him here. Now I kind of want to put Rintaro up a bit more, because I actually like Rintaro's character. It's just I felt like he didn't get much growth. Let me slide him up a little bit more. Yeah, I actually like him more than Ukyo. All right. Akira, I didn't like Akira that much. It was just nothing special. I think his Bay design was cool though, but in terms of character, didn't care too much. Volt's dad, I mean, I don't even know what to say. He barely appeared. Do I even rank him? Probably not, right? Not sure why there's so many double ups. Yeah, sure. Let's see. Toka and Nika, I think they came in clutch. I actually like Toka and Nika. You know, I put them a high A because I think they were pretty solid characters. I think they did a lot for Volt as well, and yeah, I'm glad that they kind of were also kind of that bridge connecting Volt and Wakia as well, when they first did that training camp. So yeah, I quite like them, and there was nothing wrong with them. But yeah, I think this would be my tier list for in terms of characters. I mean, I think it's pretty solid. I feel like definitely maybe some of these characters, maybe Volt's dad goes down here. I mean, we didn't see much from Volt's dad, so honestly, I kind of just want to move him out. But I think this would be my kind of like tier list for where I put these characters. Yeah. All right, let's move on to the power ranking. How are we going to do this power ranking? Just our usual top 10 list on Notepad. All right, strongest character, obviously, because he won. How do you spell Louis, by the way? Is that how you spell Louis? I actually have no idea. Wait, let me just bring up. All right. Who do we have? Okay. How do you spell these names? Okay, Louis, number 1. Number 2. Okay, who do we put number 2? Is it Volt or is it Shu? Like, because Shu bit Volt in the regional, but Volt grew a lot. And it's hard to say because Shu almost bit Louis and Volt almost bit Louis. And it's like, damn, where do we put them? I think for now, I think there's a fair assessment. You say Shu is in second, only because Shu bit Volt. And I'll say Volt is third. I think this is like fine. Okay, the question is number 4. Like, there are so many goddamn characters. I don't even know who to put number 4. Like, let me see. Number 4. It has to be one of the Supreme Fours, right? So it's either you have Zack, Xander. Zack or Xander, I think, for the next. How do you spell Zack, by the way? Z-A-C. Okay. So we have Xander, I think, is next. Because I think Xander showed more in his battle against Volt than Zack did. So let's say Zack is next. And the question is, who's number 6? Number 6. I think you have to have... Okay, the thing is, it's between Wakia and... what's his name again? Fuck. I don't know. Gabe? Wakia, Gabe, Quan, Ben, I think. Yeah, between those. Akira did make it to top 4 though. But it's like Wakia, Gabe, Ben, Quan, and Ken. Because Ken bet Quan, right? So... it's so hard. I think I have to go Gabe, I think. No, but then Wakia did crack Shu's Bay though. Like, think about it. The hyper shield crash, man. It's hard. Gabe or Wakia for number 6? I don't know, man. I might just put Wakia. We'll go Gabe here. And then who would be next? Number 8. You have Quan, Ben, Kenny, and Akira. I think it's between those 4. Okay, I'm just trying to remember. Okay, maybe Ben is out. 100% he's out because he lost to Ken. Quan, so Akira made it to top 4. Okay, but the thing is, Ken did push Louis to try a bit. So maybe I put Ken, right? Wait, how do you spell Ken, by the way? Sorry, I just need to search these up because I don't know how to spell these names. Ryota Koji. Wait, what the fuck? Where's Ken? What the fuck? Oh, there we go. Ken Midori. Yeah. All right, Ken. All right, number 9. Who do we have for number 9? Okay. Number 9, yeah. Okay, I think it might be Kwon, Ben, Akira. Kwon, Ben, and Akira. Who do you think is better, bro? I feel like 9 and 10 is so hard to decide. I think you just put Akira just because he made it to top 4, but like I feel like he had an easier way to get up there. So I don't really want to put Akira at top 4. No, but then wait, think about his battle with Zach, right? How did that battle go? It went pretty crazy. I will not lie. So maybe we do put Akira. Okay. And then we have Ben and Kwon. Who's better, Ben or Kwon? I don't know, man. I feel like it's pretty hard to decide between Ben and Kwon. I feel kind of sad that Daigo is not in the top 10 though. But yeah, Ben and Kwon. Honestly, I might just give it to Kwon. How do you spell Kwon? Yeah, I think this would be my top 10 list. The reason being is I feel like this is pretty valid. Like I feel like top 3 can go either way. Like top 3 is like, yeah, it just goes either way. Xander's is just a solid 4th, I think. Like he's strong. But it's just that we never saw these battles between the Supreme 4. Like, I would have loved to see a Shu vs. Xander, or a Shu vs. Zach, or Xander vs. Zach, Xander vs. Louis. Like, dude, can we get these matchups, man? Like, that would have been so fucking dope, man. But yeah, tell me what you guys think of this top 10 list. I mean, let me know down below what your own list is like as well. But I think this is pretty solid just from what we saw. Also, if there's a character I missed, then, you know, let me know. But I think this is pretty solid. But yeah, I hope you guys, you know, enjoyed that. We're going to be moving on to, what was it? Beyblade Burst Evolutions, I think is next. We're going to move on to that. Also, I need to do a Beyblade tier list where we just do it like a character of the, a Beyblade character tier list. Just of the Beyblade designs, pretty much. Because I think this season had probably some of the best Bey designs out of any Beyblade seasons. From what I've seen so far. So yeah. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. And I'll catch you guys next time. Laters.